They the blackest, the brightest, the boldest. We talk combos go. We come in, we hit it with the trick shot. Nothing but net. We need that bell, but them haters they still watch. Like I just said, when it comes to combat, you looking at the TikTok. You wanna come into the ring, mess around, go ahead, get tricked out. We got that attitude, nation to dominate. We got the table, we filling up all the plates. You press play whenever you wanna taste. We always with the real, baby, you never gave fake. The blackest, the brightest, the boldest. They the blackest, the brightest, the boldest. They the blackest, the brightest, the boldest. We talk common, yeah, they the coldest.
What up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? Low Sun Production proudly brings to you its best, brightest, and blackest combat review show there is on YouTube or anywhere else. That's We Talk Combat, so we talk all things combat, sports, and sports entertainment. I am one of your hosts here. I go by the name of Grande Negro Americano, aka King. I'm joined by my other co-hosts. I'll go around the board and introduce them one by one. What's up, Chemo Queen? How are you today, babe?
I'm here.
All right. Down bottom there, we got Travis. How you today, bro?
I'm good. Just one thing, though. Just want to say one thing.
What's that?
Be fab. That's enough.
That's enough. Heavy developmental, Mr. Green down there. How are you and a special guest, bro?
That's the wrong buttons, but I'm here, but let's rock out.
All right, if you're new to the channel, do us a favor and hit the subscribe button somewhere down there by Mr. Green's left shoulder. Also, hit that notification bell and that like button while you're at it as well, not Mr. Cam Hendricks, so that you're always notified when we drop the new around here. If you're new to the channel, the way this channel works, we give our highs and lows of the WWE week. I know Raw just happened a little bit earlier for folks. We won't talk about that. We won't spoil it. That'll be for next week's show or for Sunday's show where we have a special guest as well. I'll include that later. But we give our highs and lows for the week's product. We then talk about any wrestling tea that may be happening or preview next week's or any PLEs that may be coming up. And then after that, we take your questions and comments. So if you have any questions or comments, you want to be respectful in the comment section, hit us up with that sign, WTC, so we know you're talking to us and not another person in the fellow glow yard. And we'll get to you at the end of the show in the question and comment department after we get past the T section. But other than that, you can also follow us on We Talk Combat Clips. We have the condensed versions of the show over there. I drop shorts every day of the week, damn near. And then this is our watch along schedule. If you didn't know, we have a Discord watch along as well as a YouTube. We do both. If you need live access, all you need to do is be a subscriber to the channel and you get live access to the Discord as long as your Discord is linked to your YouTube channel. So as long as you're subscribed to the channel, scratch our back, we help scratch yours. But that's our weekly schedule there. And with all that being said, I guess we can get directly to those highs and lows. What it do? Another week of WWE. We watch this shit so you don't have to. Let's start off with Raw, y'all. We had Javon Evans taking the L in an Intercontinental Championship match to Penta. And he got a little, I guess, touchy after the match was over. A little feisty. We'll talk about that and more. On NXT, we had Jada Parker picking up a victory. I guess it's not a big victory yet, so she'll pick up these type of victories, but getting a dub over Layla Diggs. So shout out to her. We'll talk about that and more. On Evolve, Aaron Rourke successfully defended his Evolve championship against Tristan Angels. So we'll talk about that and more. Travis's boy. If you didn't know, shout out to Fabian. What is it, Eichner or Achner? I think it is, or something like that.
That's a fib.
His date. I should have made him the size up, but as far as his debut match over there on TNA Impact, so shout out to him. We'll talk about that and more. Friday night, we had Trick Williams out there campaigning that he was going to join the King of the Ring tournament, but then he was interrupted by Mello and Ricky Saints, which ended up in a match between Ricky and Mello. We'll talk about that and more. We'll also talk about this right here. Man, mask versus mask at Noche de los Grandes. Uh, what a match. We'll talk about that and more. And Clash in Italy. We had Roman Reigns successfully defend his world championship against Jacob Fatu in a what is that tribal combat match. I'm about to
Tribal
say
combat.
yeah, they got all these different type of matches. But tribal combat, Cody Rhodes successfully defended his WWE championship against Gunther. Rhea Ripley successfully defended her WWE championship with the help of Charlotte Flair against Jade Cargill. Sol Ruka is your new Intercontinental Championship after defeating Becky Lynch. And then Brock Lesnar has evened up the series 1-1 versus Obafemi and their match after defeating Obafemi. So with that being said, we'll go around the room and get everybody highs and lows and their letter grade for last week's WWE product. I'll start with you, babe. What were your highs and lows of this week's WWE product, and what is your letter grade for the week? I think you muted yourself on the screen.
I don't really remember a lot of what happened this week. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't really remember. Javon losing was a low. I'm tired of Joe Hendry. I don't really care about his storyline right now. Now that Logan Paul's gone, I don't really see it going anywhere. Tuesday, I don't really remember what happened on NXT. Other than just the Jada and Layla thing. I guess it went how I was expecting. Oh yeah, I forgot to say LA Knight is getting more screen time now on Raw. Wednesday with Evolve. I don't really remember what happened with that either, to be honest. Thursday, I have stopped kind of caring about TNA because Leon Slater's not there, so it just kind of doesn't matter at the moment. SmackDown, it was kind of disappointing. I mean, I guess it was cool that Mello and Trick had a moment, but otherwise, um, it was really not much going on with it other than that. It just kind of was like, okay. Saturday's Mass versus Mass, probably the best part of the week. Everything about it was what it was supposed to be. I feel like Chad Gable brought a lot of humanism to the character of El Grande OG, and that I guess in the midst of all the fanfare about El Grande, I guess the real El Grande, he took it in stride, and I felt like they put on not only just a great match, but I felt like the storyline was finished with poise and elegance, despite the fact of it being a bloody match, and that Ludwig Kaiser brought a character that was meant to be humorous and brought him into a different stratosphere, and that it was definitely like a Hall of Fame worthy match. I would definitely say from Ludwig and Chad, and that they gave it their all, not only just physically, but they gave it all to the story. And I feel like a lot of not just other wrestlers, but I feel like the other shows really could learn from that. Just on not only how to take a story and be able to pivot it naturally, but no matter how small you think that it is, making it, fantastic, like making it the biggest thing of your career. I guess it's almost ironic because Ludwig was having such a hard year previous to the El Grande story. See, him and Tiffany had broken up. They'd really kind of just really started jobbing him out, left and right. So for this to happen for him, not only I hope reinvigorated his love for wrestling, but also feeling important. The fact that the story couldn't had happened without him, and that the people that were in the story were supposed to be the people in the story. Like it happened how it's supposed to happen. As I said, just big ups to them. Probably one of the best matches I've ever seen in my lifetime. and that I'm glad I got to watch it from beginning to end, and that I'm definitely interested to see where things are going to go in the future for both of their careers. But excellent show. Chad Gable's speech at the end, about himself, his accolades, where he's from, where he's born, was actually really cool and really beautiful moment. So that was definitely my highlight of the week, maybe my highlight for the year, to be honest. I feel like it trumped every PLE we've seen so far. And then the other thing with AAA, their their advertisements are on the Titantrons during the matches. So we didn't have to get bombarded with ads for a bunch of stuff because the ads were in a place that was, again, organic. So it didn't feel like you were getting stuff shoved down your throat. So as I said, AAA was amazing. So to bring it to Clash of Italy is almost sad, because I feel like Clash of Italy, I fell asleep during a lot of it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't remember really even mostly who won. Solruka, I I understand that it's a big moment for her, but I don't feel like it should have been her. If they were gonna give it to Sol, they could have just gave it to Lyra a few months ago. You know what I mean? Like, because I think that's what obviously they're trying to do, is that they're trying to get Becky to build up some more talent. So I thought Clash of Italy was just I mean, I fell asleep literally, so it was fast. Can't tell you who won, can't tell you really who lost for the most part. It's crazy. Most of the thing I saw this week was AAA, and that was the most exciting thing. So I'm glad. So on that note, I'm actually gonna give this week a S, just based off of AAA, and that the other shows were all Fs, and that the power of AAA brought up the grade of the week, because it set the stage and it ended the stage, and it was just beautiful to watch. But the rest of the product this week was absolute garbage, and Brock could have just, he could have rode off in the sunset like he was supposed to. So I kind of, again, I just kind of don't care right now with what's going on with the rest of the shows. But AAA, it did what it's supposed to do. That's it.
I was muted. I'm sorry. We started off with an S. Travis, I'll go to you. What were your highs and lows of this week's WWE product, bro? And what was your overall letter grade?
All right, so we basically started off with contract signings from Raw with Oba. We had botched camera angles from the cameraman outside. Like, how do y'all not do a good job of trying to hide Angelo Dawkins getting hit in the head with a steel chair? I mean, you kind of did it with Joe. Like, when Joe got hit in the head with a chair, all right, you kind of protected it a little bit. Now, just like everybody, like what Queen said, Javon took the L, but he had his little moment where he's tried to, quote unquote, tweak out a little bit, you know. And we also say the tribal chief and the Samoan werewolf had their little moment in the ring, had a little, bowing of their heads, which looked kind of weird because Jacob still had his eyes open the whole time. But that's just me. Going over to NXT. Look, I'm glad I saw my girl this week, Big Za. She made a appearance this week. Now I see that Miss Parker, she won her match so far, cool. Now I was kind of a little disappointed in Booker T this week because I feel like I didn't get enough energy out of Book this week. As far as like being on the mic and everything. But I also see that I guess this is the part that Saquon is supposed to like plot his revenge, being up on top of the roof builders, keep looking down upon Dark State. Wasn't really interested in the what's that, Shallow Hill and Tristan Angels match. Like it is what it is with that. Now for Evolve, the only thing that I'm interested in Evolve right now is seeing Elijah Holyfield. I mean, it's cool that Aaron retained his championship. That's pretty cool, but the only thing I'm just looking forward to out of Evolve right now is for Elijah Holyfield. Now for TNA, now I was confused with TNA at first because of these what it was called, like championship contenders matches or whatever.
Champion challenges or something.
Champion challenges, okay. Now I know that the men started out first, but look, now I'm a little disappointed at Leon because you were supposed to have that moment right there. Now I understand you wanted to tag in KC, but you should at least got the shot for the international championship and pin Mustafa Ali. But that one was cool. It was all right. But now for the other one too, as far as the women, I mean, it wasn't good or anything like that. But we pretty much know that why the Elegance brand would try to set up Xia Li to make sure like, okay, she's not going to lose, but like you don't want her to lose, but you still make her lose anyway. You try to screw her over, trip her over, and all that stuff. But that was really confusing for real. And also, I am still missing Ricky Sosa from TNA. Ricky, you got to come back to TNA. Now for SmackDown, look, this the best thing in the picture right here. This is just best thing right now. Ricky Saints is on the ground in the ring, getting snuffed in the jaw, which is an amazing thing. Now, you saying Trick 2 also, announced that he wants to be in the King of the Ring too also. Now, another thing too, I don't want to say my guy though, but right now, Tala Tonga, he is over right now. This is like what, maybe like 2 or 3 pinfall victories over Damian Priest. Like, you people think like talk like maybe like a few months ago, people probably think that man would have got fired, but nah. You see why you see why he's sticking around, and also you see your world champion, well your undisputed champion, I should say, unless it's undisputed or whatever. But he's trying to fat shame people, and that's not cool. Gunther, you're supposed to get your get back, But speaking from a guy with experience and everything, but fat shaming, that's not cool. That's basically being a bully. But anyway, the highlight of the week, AAA. We gotta talk about the first matches or whatever. But if you was to sit down with someone that never watched wrestling a day in their life or whatever, this is the match that they need to see. Like it had everything. Like it goes from a story. You had other people in the mix. It brought back people that you may have forgotten about. Like King's favorite wrestler, Pippi, right? So everything. I like the fact that even the crowd played it to it, as far as like we know it was Gable the whole time, but they still gave Gable his props and everything, his respect and everything. Still cheered for him. And you can see in Gable too, that probably meant a lot to him too also. Now, I'm hoping myself that this is not the last time you will see Gable in AAA. Like at least bring him in at least one of those fatal 4-way matches or whatever, I guess. Or maybe for a Red the Reyes tournament one day, battling out for the sword. But if this was just the week alone, like this gets an 8 for me. But we got to take everything into together. Now that the AAA was really the boost of the week, I'm gonna give it a just a C, just a solid C for the week.
So we got an S and we got a C. All right, Mr. Green, we're gonna start the week over again, bro. What was your highs and lows of this week WWE product, and what's your overall letter grade?
All right. I guess we're gonna start with Raw. Raw was okay. I guess the small things were Oba and Paul Heyman. I just like Oba when he's talking, man. He definitely does his due diligence on promos. I like Austin's storyline. It seemed like he just got a bit unhinged, and that was good. That was good for him. I liked it. I had no issues with that. I hope they continue that, in which I don't think they did. Javon caught the L. That's just what it's going to be. We see the writing on the walls. Somebody else got one number one contender match was Ray. Then we see what's going on with that. The tribal combat. See, going into this thing, I was like, okay, maybe they might spruce up this match itself, because I'm against everything being a no disqualification. They got different names for a lot of stuff, but there are no disqualifications. Nothing special about none of these matches. So bring back a hashtag a street fight being actually in the street. Just different stuff. Like you could have just, I don't know. I'm a jump forward right here, right now, because I can't. I'm here now on Clash when you got Jacob and you got Roman. I'm like, yo, I got more tribal combat between Jim Curry and Tommy Davidson. You know what I'm saying? That was more tribal than what I watched on the Clash of Italy. Like I have problems with that. This shouldn't be this way. And they're all authentic Samoans. Like, come on, we gotta do better. But it's okay. It's okay. Let's backtrack. I apologize for you going forward with the graphic. NXT was cool. NXT was cool. I had no issues with NXT. Lola Vice got the victory, so that was good. Right. Stop. Besides that, Kalani Jordan got a dub. We love when Kalani Jordan gets victories. We love when Jada Parker gets victories. Like I said, if you see Jada Parker's move set up, she's using her old moves combined with her new moves to have like a nice finishing set. And that's called development. So that's what you want. So besides that, that was, like I said, had no issues with NXT. I love the championship picture. I love Mason Rourke. He's, I don't know, whatever he's doing, it's working, right? I'm starting to like it a little bit. Pause. Cam Hendricks is in the mix. I like his angle here. Pause. I like his antagonistic ways right now versus what I got with him during the whole Evolve thing. Like he's showing like a better side of him being the heel in a sense, and I like it. I like it. I guess we can go to Evolve. Oh no, real quick. Dorian Von Dust versus Sean Legacy in the speed match. That was a great match. That was a great 3-minute match. I like the speed thing, and I like the players that's fighting for it right now. Dorian Von Dust is the ones that's probably going to be more and more. You're going to see more and more of him because he's a pretty good indie talent. All right, now we can go to Evolve. Evolve was on complete trash up until the last 2 minutes of the show. The Mall Squad is the people that you need to look at. They're the future. Cappuccino Jones and his crew, that's the future. Everyone else, even the champions, is not the future of this show. And you already know how I feel about Home Lewis. Moving forward, TNA, that Leon match was with the 10-man tag. They will throw some people together and just say, go fight. I will give TNA that. They said, we got talent. Just throw them in the match. Just go fight. So I have no issues with that whatsoever. That was the highlight for me. TNA, it's, sometimes you stay up, sometimes you go to sleep. That's just TNA. They need a better way of condensing the show where as though people can catch up. Besides that, it's very hard to catch up with TNA, even with YouTube and things like that. Well, besides that, we're gonna go over to SmackDown. Shout out to Jade. Once Jade got that victory against Alexis Bliss, it was the next time was probably over. Axiom versus The Miz. Who asked for this match? Absolutely nobody, probably, but the Spain. I don't even think people in Spain asked for this match. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. They didn't ask for this. No one asked for this. MFTs, you know what? Y'all right, man. Tala Tonga is starting to establish his dominance. And it's just 5 months overdue. That's all. Just 5, maybe even more than that. Jeez. Anyway, Sami Zayn versus Matt Cardona. Who wanted this match? Absolutely no one. I'd rather see more of him talking to Johnny G backstage than watching Matt Cardona in this particular match. It's just, it is what it is. I'm literally entertained by Sami Zayn and Johnny G because they be talking. Sammy talks some real stuff behind the stage, man, behind the backstage, and I don't want none of that to go unnoticed. Like he be saying, like wrestling ain't real wrestling no more and stuff. He's saying what a lot of people do say, It's just that he's saying it to Johnny G, so it's a comedic part to it, but he's being truthful. So I like it. I like that segment. I did not like him going against Matt Cardona though. Chelsea Green got a victory. I don't know last time Chelsea Green got a victory. Carmelo Hayes and Ricky Saints.
That was our first match. Back.
There we go. There we go. Carmelo Hayes and Ricky Saints. That was a double count out, which, you know, every time we get a double count out, we're not mad at double count outs because they don't come like that. So it was cool to see that. We're going through the motions of this rivalry, right? We're going through the motions of the feud, and we just got to stick to for the full plan. But the trick slap heard around the world was absolutely spectacular. Shout out to Trick once again. Smacked all the hell out of Ricky Saints, in which I'm quite sure, yes, he has a smile on his face. There you go. I'm quite sure that happened. Cody and Gunther. It was okay. The promo wasn't bad. I think that was pretty much one of Gunther's best promos, to be 100% honest with you. So that actually got me looking forward towards the match. Matter of fact, let's just go to that match. That match left a lot to be desired on Clash. You wish it was more. You wish it didn't end the way it ended. Like, even if they was trying to save Gunther, they didn't do it well enough. Like, it just wasn't thought out. And this is kind of Gunther's hometown in a sense. Like, I don't think they're gonna be in Austria anytime soon. So it was like, yo, well, you gotta do something better than this. Like, you have to have a better ending. Even if you want Cody to win, you got to find a way to make it make sense, make it make better sense. And they continually fail at that process. It's just, they just cannot get that right. Talked about the Samoan match. It wasn't a bad match. You know, Roman did his thing. Jacob did his thing. The ending was the ending. Like, it was fine. It was a nice tribal combat match. I just don't like, can we have like fire works in the background or something, like pyro? So just, you gotta add something to make it stand out other than just calling it what it is. Anyway, what we got left? Sol Ruka and Becky. Once again, Becky's doing her I'm putting somebody over. Like, it's the third time she put somebody over. She keeps putting people over. So it's up to Sol now to see what she does. See what type of engine she has. They're giving her the engine. She definitely has that. So we see what she does with that. But like I said, it's the third time she put somebody, fourth if you want to count AJ. So we'll see what happens. Brock and Oba. You know, Ken, you brought this up, and I wish some of those suplexes, some of the finishes wasn't like, I wish he didn't take 7 F5s. That's my only thing. It could have been like 3 F5s and like 5 German suplexes or something like that, and I'd have been just fine. 7 F5s is like, Jesus, like, what? I don't know how it takes 7 to beat you. Like, it takes 7 finishes now. Like, I guess, you know, when you think about Cody, it took,
I'm about to say,
25 attitude adjustment. So yeah, that's on par. Oh God, in 10 years, man, where we gonna be at, guys? Where we gonna be at in 10 years? Jeez. Oh man. Is that? Oh, Jada and Rhea, we knew what was up when it comes to this. I'm not even talking about the botch fest on the outside and nothing like that. But what we're seeing though, and shout out to Jade for putting her own foot up there as well. We're seeing Jade becoming a better wrestler, and it's like each match she's just silencing her doubters. It's like she couldn't wrestle because she couldn't wrestle. She couldn't wrestle because there was no one to go against her. Like, we forgot about that. The 2 people that was going against her is a part of her baddie squad. Like, that was really her competition for an extended period of time. And then Jordan Grace, where she's at, I don't know where Jordan Grace is. But that was her competition for quite some time. So it's like, now that she's fighting other people, now you're starting to see the better part of Jay, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day. I saved this for last, and I'll wrap up by saying that my overall grade for this week will be an A. And it did not matter what any other program decided to do and how bad they were. They could have been god awful, and I do not care. Talk to circumvent the rules of this show. This match was so great. This card, even the tag match was cool. That was probably the worst part. The Vikingo joint was spectacular. The Ray Phoenix joint was spectacular. But this match right here, when it comes to giving you the emotion, the physical torment, the emotion when it comes to the ladies, his girl and all this stuff. Like, they literally pick every type of human feeling that you can have, and they put it in a match, and they literally put it in one match, and they sold it. And these two guys, these one's American, and shout out to the German that is Ludwig Kaiser, that now is full-blood Mexican now. So he's on his Antonio Banderas level for me. You know what I'm saying? Him, Scott Hall, they all Yokozuna. He's now Mexican now. He's in that crew. He's in that. I'm sorry. He's in that bundle, bro. He's in that, bro. Nah. He's an official Mexican, and I don't care what anyone has to say. That's just how I feel about that. So, shout out to this match, man. This match was not going to. I was not going to let this week of wrestling deter from this match. So when we Google YouTube, we talk combats, all shows, all weeks that got an A. God damn it, I want this to come up. So, phenomenal match. King, I'm gonna let you go. He might go into a little bit more detail, but this is great, man. This is a great match. And it commentated. It was the crescendo of the whole entire week, and I won't let anything sully it. So you got an A for me, boss.
My God. So we started off with an S. Travis, you said a C?
Yeah, I gave it a C.
Okay, an S, a C, and an A. All right, let me start off. You know what? I'm gonna start off with this because this is really all I really want to talk about. This week gets an S. Queen kind of took my shine with that one, but this week gets an S, beyond an A, just for this match alone. Kind of like what Mr. Green said, this was an incredible card. Like AAA, this first week of Noche de los Grandes, I believe that's what it is. The first week, the 2 hours they gave for the first week was incredible. It was so many title changes. Like every title, I believe, that was on the line changed hands. And this match was the best match of that card, and it had no title included at all. Like the way it overshadowed the other matches is a great thing. Like I'm telling y'all, it's a great card. Go back, watch AAA from beginning to end, not even just this match, but this match. I told BA and then once this match is over, I wish I was still in school because I wanted to go to school the next day and tell my friends, you feel me, how this match and ask them, did they see this match and all that type of stuff? Because that's how I felt watching this match. The intensity, the storytelling that we've been talking about for weeks now. Like when we said, bro, I wish, like Cody and such and Randy Orton had the intensity and the feud going into it, like El Grande, the t-shirt type thing, everything that went on with Undertaker, taking this from a throwaway story, from like they say Ludwig playing the guy that played the guy, you feel me, to then being the guy now and all. That's like, bro, from to Chad Gable getting a standing ovation and them chanting his name, the Mexican folks at the end, because he got himself over in this whole thing. Like the way they turned lemons into lemonade was something spectacular. And not just that, the actual match, like, I think fans nowadays are so like, I guess just used to, or desensitized to, like the way matches used to be. So they like, everything is the greatest match ever. Like Roman and CM Punk was an incredible match, but like you got stuff, you get an AJ Styles and a Cena, which becomes a finisher fest. And I'm like, bro, that's not, I understand people like seeing that, but that's too long of a finisher fest. Kind of like the same thing with Cody and John Cena, even part 2. You had matches like Shinsuke and AJ Styles, these were all good matches. None of them can hold a candle to what I watched on Saturday evening with this match. There was blood. There was real, like, Chad Gable was his head was piece of his damn skull was damn near hanging off his face after he caught that move into the stairs or whatever it was. There was Love story where Ludwig girl came. I forgot her name. I'm sorry, I apologize. Came down or whatever and was dealing with it. She's supposed to be fired. She had a ticket. You had, like Travis said, was it Pimpalina? I said,
I just say Pippi.
Oh, Pippi. Okay. Well, came down and came back from the whole El Grande putting her out or whatever like that. Like everything just made sense. Even the false finishes. I hate false finishes. Like I don't hate false finishes. I hate when you overdo false finishes. I hate when it's a bunch of finishing moves and it's like, bro, you make the finishing move, and I'll get to that like you talked about in Clash of Italy and all that. But like, bro, your finishing moves would have mean something when I do a finisher. Like, make something else an impact move when you did it. They did not spam their finishers, and it was so many different false finishes based off of different moves and signatures they were putting on different ways, and was making it look like this was the end of the match. And I was like, bro, I think this is it. So it was everything, y'all. Like I don't know how many 10 out of 10 matches I'll really give. This is a 10 out of 10. Like Queen said, a Hall of Fame worthy match and all. When we go down the line and we like 20 years down the line and all this match better be in the Hall of Fame. There's no way after watching this match, Triple H, they better recognize what they have. What I watched live, we were watching, and they had 213K people watching on the English broadcast and on YouTube. When this was going on, I was like, this is incredible what they have. The people they had a grown man in the audience crying. He probably was half drunk as well when El Grande was beside him coming out. And like, bro, not only that, the entrance, El Grande, when he came out, his hat fell off. If you didn't realize it, the dude
and the guy picked it up, put it on his
head. Playing the thing, took it back and put it on his head and said, like this your crown, I got you and all that, and then stayed back and was still playing. I was like, yo, that just shows what was going on. It was incredible, man. Like everything about the man. I can't put it into words, and it wasn't in English. Like they were fighting over there. You had to have people translate what was going on, and it was the best match I've definitely seen since I've been back into watching wrestling, and it's one of the greatest matches I've ever seen. It's one of the greatest stories I've ever seen in wrestling. The payoff is ridiculous. El Grande gonna go off now. I can't wait for Triple Mania now because you know El Grande gonna fight Dominic Mysterio with that and all, and that's gonna be another huge moment that's gonna happen once that happens. This was incredible. The card was incredible. Shout out to Ray Phoenix getting another AAA title. Maybe one day he'll get a WWE title. Shout out to Oba sending the War Raiders down to AAA to win a tag team championship at the squashing them. You feel me? You got to do what you got to do. But I wanted to talk about that. This week gets an S no matter what. No matter what, I have to give it an S. This is a special week. This is a week that's going to be remembered in time because of AAA. But let's go to the rest of it. My highlight for Monday, Javon Evans, the little character switch, the little tendencies he was showing and all that. I hope they continue to go with that. I wish Kofi Kingston was still around. We could have went with something with that. I thought that was the way we could have went with him. Excuse me, being the protege and all that stuff and understanding with Kofi and Kofi kind of getting out of that New Day type sense or whatever and actually doing something new with Javon Evans, but they didn't do that. So it is what it is. What else happened? Oh, like you said, Travis, the camera angle for that concerto was horrible, but this was Austin Theory's show, though. In general, Austin Theory finally showed something in his show. It was, it's not it, but it was something. It was something with like, okay, these other guys got injured. Maybe it's your time to actually finally, show something now. The vision is kind of yours. But they gave you Braun Breaker on your side, too, again. So we'll see where that goes, because if Braun Breaker's beside you, then you're probably the guy still taking the pinfalls. Let's see, NXT. I didn't really watch much of this. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Shout out to Jada Park getting a victory over Layla Diggs. I saw the highlights and all. Layla did a moonsault, and she'll take that moonsault and take it flat. Missing and all that stuff, still cleanly doing it. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. But shout out to them doing the match and all that stuff. Like I say, NXT, I'm missing Trick and Oba and Javon. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a reason why I'm enjoying AAA. I'm enjoying, I'm not really enjoying Raw and SmackDown as much as I could, but I miss NXT competing against the AEW vibe and all that type of stuff. And I don't have that anymore. The people in NXT, I feel like a lot of people that were called up when this major call up happened are going to be there for years, and a lot of folks now are going to be sporadically called up and put up on the roster and all that. I don't think they're they rather put up Nikita Lyons. But let's keep it moving. Evolve. I guess I don't know when Aaron Rourke gonna lose. I don't know how they don't have PLEs or anything like that. So I guess he's just going. I guess. No, it's Pride. It's Pride.
Succession is coming.
Ain't this Pride month though? This Pride month, right, Queen? I think Queen would know. I think it's Pride month. Yes. So yeah, he gonna keep it through June, at least. He won't lose it in June. Based off,
he ain't going against nobody worth giving it to anyway. Pause.
I mean, who is? How would you really know? Unless that's what I'm saying. You got a hot potato with. Remember we had that conversation. Like, you're not. A lot of these dudes not gonna be that dude. Cappuccino Jones should have had it by now.
That's true.
Well, at least Cam Hendricks.
On Impact, Vinny Vici. I still don't care. Pause though. This dude look like Steve Austin from behind though. If you watch him when he like wrestled, he turned around. He looked just like Stone Cold Steve Austin, man. With the black, exactly like the whole silhouette.
That's when you lose interest.
You know what I thought about though when I seen him? What's that game? Injustice? When the dude go like this? Like with the gear and everything, like he coming out of Atlantis.
Oh no, that's more Justin. He played that.
That is Injustice though. Yeah.
See, I don't play that, but I knew on his first match when he lost to Apollo Crews that he was done, and I will always remember.
You always remember it.
From that point forward, I called that. I literally told y'all, "Hey, bro, this is it." And from that point forward, I'm sorry, bro. I will always remember that. So that is what that is. Friday night SmackDown. Shout out to Trick. Melo got a 1-up. Everybody got a pop though, except for Ricky. Ricky got his best pop of all time already, and it was still the worst pop on the show. Melo got love, Trick got love, everybody got love on the show. Like I said, everybody. That was shout out to the what was that Spain they were at, right? Shout out to the Spaniard crew, whatever, the Spaniard people. They show love to everybody except for Jade Cargill, and she embraced that. So it is what it is. They didn't show any. I don't feel like they hated anybody that was a face that they should have hated. So shout out to them. Cody and Gunther had a decent promo. I'm not mad at them. I feel like they did their thing. They talked about Nepa Baby, and then Cody always shout to Mark Henry. Cody always sound like he a heel. I said that. Mark Henry talked about it now, like his promos are always arrogant and all that stuff and cocky. I'm like, yeah, like a heel. He must be turning the heel in front of us. But shout out to Cody for doing that. What else am I missing from this week? It doesn't matter then if I forgot about it. Let's move on. I already talked about AAA, and let's go to Clash in Italy. So I feel like Clash in Italy was a decent PLE. Wasn't great, decent. I'd have gave it like probably a C+. I think as far as PLE, maybe a B-, C+. I'm gonna go C+. I didn't go too crazy. The common issue with this show was the finish. I hated the finish for damn near every match, bro. The Gunther and Cody Rhodes thing, like, I understand what they're trying to do with the Gunther and then to make another match, but the way they executed that was trash. That would make Gunther look like every time Gunther loses, it's like, what are you doing, Triple H? It's just anticlimactic. But what else? Rhea and Jade, B-Fab messed up a damn near classic. Damn, B-Fab. I mean, hold on, bro. I wanted to save the image. I forgot to save the image, but I mean, B-Fab, we love you.
Oh,
B-Fab.
come on, man.
Bro. You gotta get B-Fab up out of here, bro. Like that, she might get the TNA screen or something to get that name changed like Homeboy did. But god damn, B-Fab, that was horrible. And it was like it made the whole rest of the energy like of the match just go like, what just happened? What did you do? Because the ref had to like fake it out, and then Jade had to put her foot up. It was just you had one job. You ran on there for one job, and you messed it up. Jeez. But they gotta run that back. I need Jay to get that title back. Sol Ruka and Becky Lynch. Sol Ruka wasn't trash. She was okay. I feel like Becky was a star of the show though. Sol Ruka had a big botch, doing a little flip over the rope and all that stuff. She caught the soul snatches. I still don't feel like it was clean. She tried to grab, reach back, and like kind of pull her head forward and all that stuff, but she caught it. Tribal Combat. Based off the way Jacob was portrayed last time, I didn't like the way this ended either. It just felt like Roman was just dominant and just like out of nowhere he changed from Jacob could beat my ass to I can beat Jacob's ass no matter what. Like I don't understand what happened. It took the rest of the Usos to help me last time, and now this time he just got weaker.
Well, can I ask you a question?
Uh-huh.
How do you feel about his in-ring ability to sell the story? So, the toolbox. He basically injured the hand that was causing him the
Gotcha.
you know the fact that he
Yeah,
kept getting effed up, he kept getting
The
choked out.
target death grip.
yeah. I understand that
If
part,
I
but
injure the hand, then you can't do the move. That's the only thing that you have that really can take me out. So
yeah,
I
but
was like, okay, that was smart. You don't see
I
smartness.
feel that, but I don't feel that. I don't think a toolbox should have done enough. Seeing what I saw Jacob 5-2 like run himself through a barricade and all that type of stuff. You feel me? Like the Jacob 5-2 was on
fingers,
but you ain't had to beat him with the tongue of death grip. Like that don't stop Jacob 5-2 from getting pinned. Jacob 5-2 was a monster last time, is what I'm saying. Like the last match they fought, it was like, oh my goodness, like Jacob should have beat Roman Reigns. They felt like, and in this match, I felt like it was more of Roman beat the hell out of him without the Usos because he hit him with a toolbox on his hand. Oh, okay. All right, game over. That's it. That's the weakness. That damn toolbox. It did it, bro. Them toolbox. Ask Drew McIntyre. That did it too. damn toolbox. And my last but not least, Oba and Brock. Couple things. I thought it was incredible though. I thought the Spot Fest was incredible though. It was incredible watching that, like watching two heavyweights just be heavyweights. That was dumb, even though it was just a spam finisher of finishes. Thought it was incredible. Thought it made Oba look strong as hell at the end. Thought they could have did a couple things though. Like you said, I wish it wasn't as many finishes, BA, because now I'm guessing the next match, unless they're going to have the stipulation. I think it's with last man standing, which would have added to what I'm about to say. When Oba was outside of the ring and they did the count thing, that's when the match should have ended. When he got F5 through the table, the count out should have been how Oba lost his first match with Brock running in the ring, winning the count out and all that stuff. That's how he should have lost the match, which would have then set up for a rematch, which then could have been like, well, it's last man standing since I couldn't get in the ring and all that stuff. And you could have set up that stipulation and all that. When he took all those F5s and even took the one outside and like jumped up, he like Michael Myers, Undertaker jumped up like, bro, I'm back, and ran back in the ring. It took one more F5 after that, and it was just like, it's over. And I was like, damn, you that's it at all. Like you just jumped up, that last one was enough. It felt like you ever see Jason X? Y'all seen Jason X? When space and all, and that black dude getting killed. And you're like, oh, you think that's gonna be enough to take me out? And he hit with the one more to come out. Oh, that's gonna be about it or whatever like that. That's how I felt when Oba caught that last F5, and it was just like 1, 2, 3. But other than that, I think they should have ended it with the count out. They gave him the pinfall dub. I mean Aldo, so that's done with. But yeah, I mean, it still made Oba look incredibly strong though. So I'm not mad about him being about the way it was, whatever. But I still think the ending could have been better. I just think Triple H in general need to work on endings. That's just my call on that. But it is what it is. I'm giving the week a S. And with that being said, start with you, Travis. What were our highs and lows brought to the people by?
Our merch.
Yes, we do have merch. I don't think any of us have our shirts on today, but check it out in the description. TNA Inspired, NWO Inspired, black and white and red and black. And then also Nation of Domination. If you're interested in any of those type of We Talk Combats t-shirts, check them out. The sites are in the description of the show and the description of the video. You do not have to do it. There's no obligation, but we definitely appreciate if you do show love to the channel. If you post it, tag us, anything like that, we definitely will repost your shirt, show you love, and thank you so much in advance. But other than that, we got a little bit of wrestling tea for you before we end the wrestling show today and get to the questions and comments. All right, Johnny announced the King of the Ring tournament. Had our first 2 matches today, but we'll pretend like we didn't see them. So we have 4 fatal 4-way matches, which are the quarterfinals, which leads to the semifinals, which leads to the finals at Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. So the first match today was Penta, Obafemi, Solo Sikoa, and Carmelo Hayes. Then on this coming Thursday, we're going to have Dominic Mysterio Braun Breaker, Trick Williams, and Damian Priest. The winner of those two will face each other. Then starting next Monday, we'll have Seth Rollins, Javon Evans, Tala Tonga, and Ricky Saints. And then next was that SmackDown next Friday, it'll be Jey Uso, LA Knight, Royce Keys, and Finn Balor for the men. So before I get to the women, what's everybody's thoughts real quick on this? You got winning, I guess, each section and winning it all. So I'm before we start, while we have this up on the screen, I was conflicted because remember, I think I told you, BA, I don't know if they're gonna have the. I don't know if they're gonna have. I'm gonna try this without spoiling. I don't know if they're gonna have the Brock and the Oba part 3. I told you that I think everybody's saying part 3. I think they may just go 1-1 and do what they supposed to do at SummerSlam with the other guy having the debt way or whatever like that. And with that being said, if they don't, if Oba in this and Oba wins it, Oba can't wrestle Brock at Night of Champions or SummerSlam. So I don't know, but I had Oba winning the first round. I got Trick winning the second round. This is gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna go with Javon winning the third, and go with Royce Keys winning the fourth. I'm gonna say all black dudes win, and I actually think it's gonna happen.
I do not think that that's going to happen.
No.
Let's just say I would love for that to happen,
Mm-hmm.
but I think you try to hold off on Trick and Oba.
I hope they do.
So that tells me that Trick, obviously, with some information from today, Trick can't win if the brackets are still the brackets.
But don't they? My one question before you finish: wouldn't they do SmackDown Raw? SmackDown Raw? You don't think they will have a? You feel what I'm saying? Like SmackDown Raw. As far as that, that's what I thought a little deeper. Like I'm like, that's a Raw guy. Wouldn't it be another one? Unless it's Raw on both of them sides and it's SmackDown on the other two sides.
Yeah, because the person I got running is that bottom left will be Braun. I think that's his.
I
That's
think they're
his
probably gonna
payoff
alternate.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
for losing. For if he loses to Steph on Monday Night Raw, Seth, that is.
Yes.
Um,
What SmackDown guys y'all got winning? None.
Can you give me? Can you pause? Can you blow that up though?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Like you got to think about like so nobody from SmackDown going to represent.
I say Tala. Tala gonna win. I think
You got Tala winning against Seth and Javon.
I got
I'm not saying
Tala
it's wrong,
winning.
but
Yeah.
all right. So we got Tala. Who else? Tala and Royce Keys gonna represent SmackDown.
Dang, man, that made. Oh my god.
I'm just saying, like I'm
just saying,
thinking-
yeah,
I'm just
I get what
thinking
you're saying, but yeah,
as
it
far
might,
as what
it
makes
might have to be
SmackDown
Royce.
representation as well. So is it just going to be all Raw guys that's going to win?
No, that was saying if that's the case, that Royce got to win, and then it kind of brings out Tala, so it kind of renews a little rivalry a little bit.
That.
Well, not renew it, but
and Royce.
that's already been kind of established.
Because I'm actually thinking the end. I was thinking the end going to be Oba and Royce.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
I'm thinking the last match going to be Oba versus Royce Keys, and Oba going to win.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because I was thinking, Queen. I knew you want to say something back. I hear you breathing. Go. You can say what you want to say.
Oh, I thought I remuted. My bad. No, I was just gonna say I feel like it's gonna be for the finals. It's gonna basically be one from each brand gonna see each other. I was agreeing with that.
So you think it's going to be Raw and a SmackDown person?
Yeah.
You think the next 4 though for the semifinals is going to be a Raw, 2 Raws and 2 SmackDowns though, or you think it's going to be?
I think it's
more
gonna be 2 and 2.
I think that's what I'm thinking as well. It's going to be 2 and 2, bro.
yeah.
I'm thinking, I'm thinking that Oba and that Trick thing, they would save that, right? But if they have, what's that? 1 week, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, they have one each episode. So what? Because I think next week they're in France. So it's going to be the Rollins one and all that, so Trick wouldn't be there. Yeah, I think they would hold off on Trick and Oba too. But would you tease it and then have like somebody interfere? Because even Braun, bro, and Oba is a like. So here's my thing. I don't want to give away spoilers, but if Braun go against Oba, most of us not gonna pick Braun to beat Oba, right?
No.
Right.
He going to take a L again? Like that's, I'm like, God damn, Braun, how many you gonna keep taking? You feel what I'm saying? Like it's. I'm trying to think deeper as far as like, yo, he gonna take a damn, Braun, you done.
Or
But here's the thing. Well, go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
I don't think Brock should get involved though with
no,
like,
not Brock.
Not Brock.
Not Brock. What if Brunson's back?
So
and Breaker and Brunson and 30.
Nah, bro. Nah, that's you can't. Oba can't lose again. Not right. No. And you know I was all for Oba gotta take that L. No, bro. No. You can't have Oba lose again right
So
there.
everybody in that bottom left is going to catch an L.
Yes. Well, everybody gonna catch the L next week. That's why I'm saying you could throw if they do the Ricky Saints and like Ricky Saints can get involved. They obviously want to get the Carmelo Hayes, Ricky Saints, and Trick Williams, right? So you can throw a Ricky Saints in there to do something to Trick, as Ricky ain't get his get back yet on Trick yet. Braun Breaker right now can't take that. Like, how can he take that L? Who gonna come out there to help Obafemi? Nobody. So Braun's just gonna take that L. Unless like a Dominic Mysterio win. Do you let Dom win? Do you let Damian Priest win?
No, he can't even. No, he can't even be taller right now.
Who gonna catch the pin then if Damian Priest win? Damian Priest in there to take the pin.
That's what I'm saying. He might be in there to take the pin. If Priest was the winner, I think it'd probably be Dom. That's like the only thing that makes sense. Well, to me, it does.
You think Dom gonna win? That's the way to get there.
No, I'm just saying.
So Braun and Trick
Priest,
is like a.
If Priest was the win,
fake out.
If Priest was the win, it'll be Dom that takes the pin.
This is crazy. That Thursday match is crazy, bro. Like they really got Braun and Trick in the ring together already. Because I was thinking before, maybe they get to Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins again, and then Seth Rollins wins, and then we get Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins at SummerSlam, right? But after, oh God, without spoilers, after you see what happened, we talk about next week. I don't think they're going there.
Yeah, the bracket is just misplaced. If you had like that top right, if you switch the top right and the bottom left, you get a much easier path here.
Yeah. And I think that's what I'm saying. I think it's done on purpose, but I mean, this is good. Like, I'm not mad that the bracket is like this. Like, I like that.
You gotta think about it.
I gotta sit and be like, oh, okay, what might happen here? Because it could be Obafemi, Javon Evans, Royce Keys, and Trick Williams, though. There's a possibility. Like, that's not like
very well could be.
That's not like out of like this world. And it's a Saudi, it's a B thing and all just to get the Oba. You feel me? Like, I wouldn't be mad.
So within that first bracket, let's say Oba wins that first bracket. There's no one to be angry with him, right? There's no extended rivalry there.
No, you got no. But that's why it feels like Brock will return, but I don't want him to. That don't make no sense for Brock to just attack him at what happened. Like Brock was intimidated.
Or oh shit. Okay, here we go. Let's say Trick wins that. So now you have Trick right there. Brock does return, but he does not interfere with the match. But Oba as hot-headed as he is right now, he sees blood. He wants blood. He goes out the ring and goes straight after him. Straight count out. He gets an L, but it's a count out. And now you have Trick in the finals.
I don't like that. I don't think Trick gonna go. I think Trick gonna lose. He's gonna wrestle Carmelo and Ricky Saints.
Trick, Braun, Mysterio, person in that slot can go forward because Brock took them over. Yes. They could just brawl. They could even just brawl, but I don't want the brawl. I want him to chase him. That's why I thought Braun Breaker might win. It looked like it could be Braun and Seth, but then it's two Raw dudes. Like, they just disrespected SmackDown. They could maybe disrespect SmackDown because they did put some. I ain't going to disrespect. They put some weak names for SmackDown though. Weaker names. Look at the names on the right side.
They're weaker SmackDown compared to, you feel me, like compared to the other dudes. Like, who gonna win that bottom right one though? That's what I really want to know from y'all.
You said bottom right.
You picking Royce?
Yeah, I'm picking Royce. I'm gonna have to pick Royce.
You picking Royce, Travis?
No, I'm just saying. If I'm still going up the two sides, like two Raw on this side and two SmackDown on that side, then it's going to have to be Royce. I know. It's LA Knight. I wish LA Knight would win too, but it's probably going to be Royce.
I mean, LA Knight getting time though. He might win.
I'll say this: the reason why I know Jay's not going to win. I know Jay's not. No. Tonight, 2:00 helped me out with that, but with Jacob on that squad now because he lost the match at Clash, it's nothing telling Roman to send him back over to SmackDown to accomplish certain things.
That's what he just said. The other dude though.
Exactly.
That's why I'm like, if you said the other dude, I thought the same thing. I was saying, is he going to send him over there to do that, or is he going to try to be undisputed? Or he sent the other guy over there.
Let's say a person fails.
I got you. Okay. I mean, I don't think Jacob taking that title though either. After what I saw, he ain't ready yet. That wouldn't look good on a resume for Cody, and I don't think they're doing it to Cody that just happened. So I don't know, but this is interesting, man. I can't even predict who's gonna be in the finals. This is I gotta see these fatal four ways play out. When we get to the individual matches, I'll be able to call them better. These fatal four ways though are just 50-50 booking, man. It really is again lazy booking. When I saw it, I was mad. I was like, it's just ways for people to not get pinned and all that shit. So why don't you just have them have qualifiers? But this is why. Because he wanted to be able to protect people and all that. Triple H, that's his biggest weakness. Like I give him, flack and all that all the time, but I really think the issue is he can't end. Like, he don't know how to end a match. He's horrible at ending matches. But before we move on, let's get to the ladies real quick. What y'all think about this one, man? Why the hell? Well, never mind. She said why she did, but who gonna win this one, man? My favorite gun. So
I think I want to say it's gonna be Lynch Green, Ruka, Cargill, and on the right hand side.
It's fatal four ways, Queen. So they all four together.
Oh shoot! I just realized that. Yeah. Shit. That changes everything. So I'm gonna switch it up. Say between Green and Morgan winning the first chunk. Cargill and Ruka the second chunk. Then on the right hand side, I think it's Legend and Sky or Legend and Perez. I don't think Julia has a chance, unfortunately. And then Rodriguez and shit. You got JC, you got Jane, you got Kiana James.
These fatal four ways, they're not nasty.
I was actually gonna say they're nasty because these people aren't physically matched with each other.
Nah, but they not.
Because like Rodriguez is the big dog in the bottom one, but it's always like Bailey's in the back of my mind for that bottom one.
Bailey taking that pin in that one.
Yeah,
Bailey taking the pin.
Bailey and yeah, and Kiana
Lyra
was
taking the pin on the
guaranteed.
left.
You know what? I wouldn't be
Lyra taking the
surprised
pin on the left.
if JC, it was JC Jane won for that bottom right.
That's the one I think I would love. So I would love if Raquel won, but
Right.
I think JC Jane.
I think JC Jane gonna win.
I think on the top right, I think Becky gonna win.
Yeah, I agree.
And then I thought Lash was gonna win, which would have made it a Raw person at the bottom. But I'm gonna go with Jade Cargill to win it. I'm gonna go with Jade to win it again to get it like she might be going to Rhea. She's not gonna get all the way, but I think she's gonna win this one.
Yeah, then I'm thinking too.
Yeah, I think Jade gonna beat Lyra. I don't know though. We gotta get, like I said, we gotta get past the fatal four ways. Once we get to the one-on-ones, I can actually decide these fatal four ways. Anybody could win. Like it's a toss-up.
Mm-hmm.
But let me see. I got one more thing, y'all. Lastly, before we move on to the questions and comments, let's see if I got it. So there we go. Thanks to the Sportster, Donald Trump is now a TKO shareholder. Allegedly, he owns between $15,000 to $50,000 in stock of the company, which obviously wouldn't be a majority, anything like that. But yeah, your guy owns part of TKO. So what y'all think about that, man? God damn it, WWE, UFC.
Why? That's the why. It just had to do with money. Like,
that's their boy.
Why does he need to involve himself with TKO? There was, like, ain't he supposed to be a president or something? Why you involve yourself with stuff like this? Why?
I mean, because he's trying to make money, one, but I thought the president of them couldn't do stuff like this while he was president. But I guess you can. I don't know the exact rules.
Is it under his name though, or is it under his son's name or something?
No, it's under his name, I believe. It was straight under his when he looked at his financial reports.
I think if it was his son, then wouldn't he be on the
Yeah, it wouldn't be on his financial reports. It'd be under his son until he got off, but it was under his. So hey man, I don't know, but God damn. I was saying moments I be hating WWE, but then you realize that the cons, you feel me? They give money to the to this dude as well, man. So it's like, God damn, damned if you do, damned if you don't, bro. Like, can't watch nothing. I be feeling at times. Damn, this guy would be our president, it seemed like, huh? But yeah, that's it. I just wanted to talk about that. Move on. This time it's BA, right? BA. What was our tea brought to the kind people by?
People over at Fanatics.
You got it.
This I Was Told segment is brought to you by the folks over at Fanatics. Fanatics is the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love the most, including WWE. You can earn fan cash to redeem when your orders, jersey protection for when your favorite player is traded or changes teams. They also have an unrivaled selection of authentic fan gear and Fanatics exclusives that are only available on the site. So if you need some merch and are interested in helping the channel, scan the QR code on the screen or follow the link, which is always in the description.
Shout out to Fanatics, y'all. We know WWE always having new products that they're selling and all. If you're interested in supporting WWE and supporting the channel as well, when you support WWE, definitely use that Fanatics code right there. Go there, check out anything WWE, anything sports related at all they have over there. So yeah, definitely use that code and all. And before we get to questions and comments today, I did want to put this up on the screen if you didn't know. So this upcoming Sunday, we have a special show with another special guest joining us. You may know him. Shout out to this wrestling channel. He's been on Unreal and all. They use his clips. But shout out to our guy Russell Chops, who's going to be joining the show for the first time this upcoming Sunday. We're going to discuss probably the results of the first, couple matches for the men and women's Queen and King of the Rings, and what happened so far this week. So if you're interested in the recap of this show for Raw today and the rest of the week, definitely come on there Sunday. Come over to this channel, hit us up, subscribe, like, hit the notification bell so you're notified, and see us when we have our guy Russell Chops on the show as well. But other than that, y'all, let's get to these questions and comments, and we can call it a day.
Sponsored by True Classic.
Always wanted to try True Classic, but hate shopping online? Keep watching. You've probably seen our ads online. Look, I get it, you're skeptical. I mean, is everything we sell really as soft and well-fitting as we say it is? If you need to try us before you buy us, True Classic now has stores nationwide. Visit one of these stores and you can fit, feel, and outfit a bunch of our customer favorites. So don't wait for shipping or worry about how much to spend. Visit one of our retail stores today and see the True Classic difference for yourself.
Hey, shout out to True Classic and DDP. All right, let's see what the folks got to say, man. Our guy Ty's Family Vlogs says, "What's up? What up, Ty?
What up, Ty?
Appreciate you. Doctor Who, where says Brock should have stayed gone. Hey, man.
Hey,
sheesh. He also says an immigrant is El Grande Americano. Shout out to the Mexican people, man. They accepted him
right now.
Bryson says how is it garbage? I think that's towards Queen. But Queen gave it a high score though. But she did say it was garbage. So I don't know. Let's see. Let's get to Charles. He said, "What did the five fingers say to the face?"
Most of the week was garbage.
That's what I'm saying. That's her opinion, Bryson. She thought it was garbage. And he said, "Smack." Charlie Murphy.
Cuz.
And Wyatt 6661 said, "You haters put respect on Jade. She been showing MF as she can go." I don't know what's wrong with people hating Jade. I don't
know.
Actually, we know why. Why we know why they hate Jade. Jade out here. Look at this. Hold up. Dr. Who said Jade couldn't wrestle all the way out of a wet bag. It's crazy because Dr. Who, because the two matches she had with Rhea so far, she's been a better wrestler than Rhea Ripley.
That's fact. That's fact. That's facts.
But also it's crazy because people talk about her title reigns and all. She talked about she wanted to be a technical wrestler and all that, but Triple H and them told her she shouldn't be doing that. She should wrestle the way you guys were hating her doing. So now that she's getting minutes and getting over 10-minute matches, she out there showing off against Naomi's, against EO's, against Alexa Bliss's, against Rhea Ripley's. Like she's doing what she's doing. So, and then also holding down on the mic and being a professional heel as far as embracing what the crowd doing, as far as hating her for no reason. So I don't get why y'all saying she can't wrestle way out of a wet bag. What more does she got to do? And you talk about people talk about her title reigns. Well, title reign was just as good as Rhea's, just as good as Liv's, just as good as Stephanie Vakir's, just as not as good as Tiffany's. Tiffany's probably a little better, but it's almost as good as Tiffany's. So why ain't there's problems? What's the reason with Jade? I'm just trying to figure out. Seems like the only one thing that's different from Jade and everybody else. Maybe you can tell me, Doctor. And I'm not getting personal, Doctor, at all. Don't worry about it. I just want to know why. I'm just asking you a question. So I want to know what's the difference between Jade and everybody else.
I mean, he's a doctor, so he might be a professional at this. You know, you might got a doctorate or something.
Will said, "Hi guys, match of the year probably Kaiser versus yeah, more than match
there
of the
you
year.
Go.
More than match.
In the words of Booker T, there it is.
Yeah, more match of the year. I also saw a doctor. I saw Rhea Ripley almost kill Jade by trying to raise her edge and not being able to pick her up. They almost slammed on her neck. Luckily, Jade tucked the chin at the right time, right then, because Rhea couldn't get her up and raise his edge. You know, I saw Rhea do a little flip and almost kill herself, and Jade had to catch her in the air and caught her. Caught 200 pounds of woman out the air, but you know she trash. Will said Undertaker. What is that? Jeremy Borash and Conan booking is really good. Triple A at the moment presentation was awesome with this match. It's crazy that Undertaker is like super, 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 super. As my partner Row would say, 10 years later, super, super, super conservative and Trump supporter and all that. But then he in charge of Triple A. I always find that funny, but I mean he does his job though down there. So shout out to Undertaker doing his job. I guess personal. I don't know how the hell but it is what it is. But yeah, Will. Shout out to Taker, man. He's doing an awesome job down there. But that's it, man. Another episode of We Talk Combats. Like I said, man, join us again next week. We will have our guy Russell Chops in the building. Shout out to Russell Chops, man. We'll have a drop for him and all that stuff in the building. Definitely check out his YouTube channel if you haven't already. He does great things over there. I think he just got up to 20,000 subscribers, trying to get to 30K subscribers, and he gives away a free belt to some subscriber every time he gets each 10K subscribers he gets to. So go over there and subscribe to his channel if you could. It's not a replica, it's a toys, he would say. And before we leave, shout out to our other shows. First and foremost, Get Off the Damn Fence with my guy BA and the rest of the 695 crew, Calvin and Larry, as they talk about everything in pop culture, but mainly sports. They talk about it every Wednesday evening, so check them out over there. Subscribe to them, help them their numbers. Also follow BA again with Rel, Big J, and Will over on Cosby Geek, where they talk about everything in geek culture and film and television. They have shows every Tuesday evening and Saturday morning. Oh my God, over there, get their numbers up as well. If you're into anything like that, X-Men 97.
Real quick,
What's
you
up?
you a Nicolas Cage fan, ain't you?
Yeah, I'm okay with Nicolas Cage. I'm fine.
Watch that Spider Noir.
Okay, like I went through an up and down phase with Nicolas Cage. You feel me? The whole Con Air era and all that stuff was Nick Cage. Then he went through. Then he do his little renaissance now. So I'm definitely I want to watch it though. He my guy now, so I want to watch it.
Yeah, he in his bag with that.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out. It's on Amazon and all. But also, lastly, the playoffs, and we actually got a show tonight. We in the finals, y'all. Check out Captain Crown for all your basketball news, new school and old school. Mostly new school now. We talking about the playoffs and the finals about to go down. So we're gonna discuss OKC losing and not being a dynasty tonight. But we'll probably discuss a little bit of the finals preview and all that stuff. We'll get into the meat and potatoes of the finals on Wednesday when the finals actually starts, I believe. Shout out to BA and his Knicks, man. Shout out to Dan Housen. Might be a New York legend as well with Jalen Brunson. That's crazy. But I mean, we'll see, man. Mitchell Robinson, man, that's a big blow. God damn, man. You better go to the cast one time. You're not gonna play. But
he playing.
He gonna play. I thought he said he ruled him out.
No, he say he playing. They're gonna wrap his hand.
I'm about to say, boo, he better rap. He better rap. It's the final.
Wrapping it up.
Well, I'd have sent his ass to AEW. But with all that being said, I am Muy Grande. Hell yeah, I am Muy Grande, Negro Americano. I got Chemo Queen beside me. Hopefully she's feeling better by next show. We got our guy Travis down there. He definitely is the final Hugo boss. And you know, if you need your heavy developmental, we got Mr. Green down there. Look at him with the little kids. He love the kids. But other than that, we talk combat. So we talk all things combat, sports and sports entertainment. We are the best, brightest, and blackest combat review show there is on YouTube or anywhere else. Appreciate everybody over in podcast land. We got to definitely show love to you guys. Definitely check us out, notification bell and all that stuff. Like we said, next week we'll have our guy Russell Chops on the show. And with all that being said, we'll see y'all next time. Same wrestling time, same wrestling channel. We out, y'all. Peace.